this is a technique that is a form of monoprinting with oil pastel. So this drawing that you see here, the first step is to just cover a sheet of paper with oil pastel. So I'll show you guys in a second. So what you do is the first step, you would cover a sheet of paper just with a little bit of oil pastel, cover the entire thing. And then you take a second sheet and you put it on top. And if you want to, you can draw right on here. And then when you lift it up, you're going to get an imprint of your drawing on the reverse. Or if you want to, you can use tracing paper. So to make this, I did a quick sketch. And I was inspired by the Wayne Thiebaud we were looking at. So I sketched out the 3 ice cream cones that we were looking at. And so what you can do is after you're finished your sketch, you put your sketch on top of your sheet of paper, and then just using a pretty sharp pencil, you go over your lines. This is a little too sharp. This is the 2H. It's starting to rip my tracing paper. And for this step, it's helpful to have it sketched out already because it works best when you have a kind of strong, confident line. And you just kind of go over it once. So just show you guys here. And when I did this, the initial sketch I did in a really light pencil, so that when I went over it again in a darker pencil, kind of pressing harder, I could see where I'd already drawn. So this one, because I'm kind of doing it over again for you guys, the lines are already quite dark, so it's a bit harder to see, but I think I'm getting the hang of it here. So then you just basically trace over your drawing. And you want to press pretty hard so that your lines show up. There we go. Draw in your shadows. So then when you're done your outlining, you should have an impression of your drawing. So then you'll be left with this kind of almost like a print of what you drew. And just keep in mind that because it's a print, it's going to be reversed. So you're going to get the mirror image of what you drew. So if you're doing lettering or something like that, it's going to come out backwards. And then what you can do, so once you have your kind of oil pastel print, then you can start layering on top of it with colored chalk pastel. So what I've done here is I've just gone back into the ice cream with the pink chalk pastel and then gone back into the cones with yellow. And then I've started to kind of do this part with blue. And it's helpful too with chalk pastel, you can kind of blend it. Sometimes I use my finger, sometimes I use a Q-tip to kind of blend it, just like that. Once you've got that down, then you can also add highlights with your kneaded eraser. So here I've gone in and done some highlights. And there you go, that's it. Kind of a fun technique, sort of like printmaking, but you get some really nice kind of graphic lines this way, kind of reminiscent of Wayne Thiebaud.